That's it, they break away for the Ispahan, and as they go through the first furlong, through on the rails, Priolo sharing the pace with Zoman and Sikiston, but nobody that anxious to make the running. And through the first quarter mile or so, Zoman just heads the parade. Sanglamore making ground on the outside, taking quite a keen hold on the extreme right of the pink cap, tucked in behind them Sikiston, coloured chart with a white sleeve jacket on the wide outside. Priolo runs a rail, and up with the pace is Cartagena. Candy Glen is the back marker, some 5 lengths off the pace. And Sanglamore now takes it up from Zoman. Priolo checked back into 3rd place, and on the outside coloured chart, and then Sikiston followed by Cartagena and Candy Glen. And they begin the turn out of the back stretch, and it's Sanglamore leading. Sanglamore by a length or so to Zoman in 2nd. Then comes Sikiston and coloured chart racing wide. Priolo the rail, Cartagena in the green cap, just the horse with a noseband, and behind Cartagena is Candy Glen. So they start the uphill climb into the home straight, and Sanglamore leading by a couple of lengths now to Zoman in 2nd, and then Sikiston with the yellow sleeves, coloured chart racing wide but going well. Priolo the rail, then Cartagena, and Candy Glen is still last as they head for home, and Sanglamore heads them by a length now, with up on the outside Zoman, coloured chart travelling well. Lester Piggott in the yellow colours on the extreme right of the picture gets Candy Glen into gear, and it's still Sanglamore who has it. They've got under a quarter of a mile to go now, and it's Sanglamore in the lead, and Sanglamore going too clear. Zoman, Priolo making good ground in the black cap. Next to the rails, Candy Glen on the wide outside, coming with a rare flourish. They're well inside the final furlong now, and as they go for home, it's Sanglamore, but Priolo making strides next to the rails, but Sanglamore holding him as they race up towards the line. Sanglamore, here comes Zoman, putting it in finish, but at the post, Sanglamore holds it. Sanglamore the winner from the photo second, Priolo and Zoman, and then Candy Glen.
There was a steward's inquiry here to see if Pat Eddery had closed up Priolo too much on the inside, but it was overruled, and a hell of a performance here by Sanglamore. Remember, he cut his nose quite badly in the stalls when first installed. He hadn't run for a whole year. This is much faster ground than they thought he wanted, and it's a shorter distance too, 1.5 miles when he won the Derby here last year. But the sky's open for him now. The Clip Stakes is next. He's been too free early on. He's gone to the front, and when specialist milers have come at him, he's held them. It's a really fine performance, this. It's really justified. Keep him in training. Remember, he got really stumped up last season on the hard ground, and if he stays through this season now, he really is going to be a challenge for all of them. Sanglamore back after a year and back in victory. Very close between Priolo, Zoman and Lester Piggott coming up on the outside on Candy Cane, but Sanglamore does it 12 months on, and he's back in the right place.